Hey gang, Sherry here, and welcome to this edition of the Cruise News. Oh my goodness, you guys. Since we saw you last, there's been all kinds of cruise news come out, so I had to do this special weekend edition to fill you in. We have news from Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian. We have cruise news on the test sailings. Finally, I mean, we've been waiting for these test sailings for over a year now. So exciting to finally have some news on the test sailings. So let's dive right in. Okay, so first of all, we have a story here. Unless you've been under a rock, you saw this on Friday, where the brand new Carnival Mardi Gras came sailing in for the first time to Port Canaveral, and it was absolutely spectacular. There were so many cruise vloggers there. Dave and Brandy's Excursions, Blaine from Really Creative Travel, Tyler Show was there, Lalita Loca, all kinds of great content that, was live, and then more, vlogs coming your way on that. So make sure and check out all those channels, so you can see these amazing ships that came in. Also, the Royal Caribbean new ship, the Odyssey of the Seas, came in, right behind the Mardi Gras. So that was pretty exciting and a little unexpected for most. So that was super exciting. So let's see what it says here. It says the new cruise ships from Carnival Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean International sailed into Port Canaveral on Friday morning ahead of the industry's restart in the United States. First, the new LNG-powered Carnival Mardi Gras arrived at Port Canaveral following her transatlantic crossing from Barcelona. The 5,200 guest ship is poised to operate from the Florida port later this year, and then sailing in the Caribbean. And then later that morning, the Royal Caribbean's newest ship, the Odyssey of the Seas, came in. And so the Odyssey will be scheduled for a series of summer cruises it was supposed to sail from Israel, which those have now been canceled. And so it's expected to operate from Florida later this year. So stay tuned for more information on that. But it's so exciting to see these beautiful new cruise ships coming into port. Very exciting stuff. So next, we have information here on these volunteer cruises. So I know we've all been waiting and hoping, that we're going to hear something about these test sailings. So these are the volunteer test cruises that have been confirmed. Okay, it says, with the CDC accelerating its approval of simulated voyages, better known as test cruises, with volunteers on board, a number of cruise lines have revealed their plans for test sailings. So it says 5 sailings have so far been officially announced, while the CDC said in the court filing on Tuesday that it had so far approved 4 sailings. 3 were formally announced after the court filing. So there's another 6 under review too. So that's very encouraging, very exciting news there. Okay, so confirmed test sailings. This was as of June 4th. This information was. Okay, so we have Royal Caribbean, the Freedom of the Seas, on June 20th out of Miami. So that's the first one. Second one is Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line on June 25th on the Grand Classica out of Palm Beach. Then we have Disney Cruise Line, Disney Dream on June 29th out of Port Canaveral. Very exciting there. So excited for Disney. And Royal Caribbean Allure of the Seas will sail on July 27th out of Port Canaveral for that test cruise. We have a test cruise on Symphony of the Seas August 1st out of Miami. We have a test cruise on Mariner of the Seas August 1st for Royal Caribbean. A home port is to be announced on that one. We don't have a home port on that one yet. And then we have Independence of the Seas having her test sailing on August 11th, and that home port has yet to be announced as well. So super, super exciting information coming out finally on the test cruises. So who's excited? Who's excited? I'm excited. Tell me in the comments if you're excited. Give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment below. YouTube loves all of those in the algorithm. If you comment, like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Okay, so next up, this is where all of the Royal Caribbean ships are set to sail this summer. So here's the lineup. This was published today, so June the 6th, 2021. So as of right now, this is the latest information from Royal Caribbean on their sailings. Okay, so it says Royal Caribbean recently announced an extension of its resumption plan to include sailings from Florida, Texas, and Europe. Very interesting. Okay. It says, by the end of August 14th, Royal Caribbean international ships should be sailing once again across the Bahamas, Caribbean, Alaska, Europe, and Asia. Oh my goodness. How good does that sound? Okay, here are some details. Okay, so we have the Quantum of the Seas at 100% capacity, 4,100 guests, built in 2014, home port of Singapore. Those are cruises to nowhere for Singapore residents. We have the Adventure of the Seas, capacity at 100%, 3,100 guests, built in 2001, home port Nassau, Bahamas. So that's going to be sailing out the first cruise June 12th. So that's coming up. Today's the 6th. So the 12th is Saturday. Oh my gosh, less than a week. Less than a week. Oh my gosh, I'm going to cry. Less than a week, they'll be sailing Adventure of the Seas. Okay, and then we have Freedom of the Seas, capacity 100%, 3,600 passengers, built in 2006, home port of Miami. We'll be doing 3- and 4-night Bahamas and Perfect Day at Coco Cay sailings starting on July 2nd, 2021. We have Odyssey of the Seas, 100% capacity, 4,100 guests, built in 2021, brand new ship out of Fort Lauderdale. Will be sailing 6- and 8-night Southern Caribbean and Western Caribbean sailings starting on July 3rd, 2021. How exciting is that, you guys? Oh my goodness. We have Anthem of the Seas, 100% capacity is 4,100 guests, built in 2015, sailing out of Southampton, England, British Isle Cruises on July 7th of 2021. Then we have the Jewel of the Seas, 100% capacity is 2,100 guests, built in 2004, sailing out of Cyprus. And so that's an Eastern Mediterranean cruise going to, I'm going to say this wrong, Prius, Rhodes, Mykonos, Santorini, and Crete. Probably saying that all wrong. First cruise July 10th of 2021. We have the Serenade of the Seas, 100% capacity is 2,100 guests, built in 2003. Itinerary will be Alaska, Juneau, Sitka, Ketchikan, and Icy Strait Point. First cruise July 19th of 2021, which reminds me, if you all are interested in my Alaskan group cruise for next June of 2022, June 3rd, round trip Seattle, let me know, and I can definitely get you more information on that. Okay, so that was Serenade of the Seas. Okay, doing Alaska, and first cruise is July 19th of 2021. We have the Allure of the Seas. 100% capacity would be 5,400 guests, built in 2010. Home port will be Port Canaveral, and they'll be sailing a 7-night Eastern and Western Caribbean on August 8th, 2021. We have the Spectrum of the Seas. 100% capacity is 4,100 guests, built in 2019, will home port out of Hong Kong. Those will be short cruises to nowhere. First cruise will be July 30th, 2021. Now that one does have an asterisk next to it, and it says projected. So projected first cruise, July 30th, 2021, out of Hong Kong. And then there's the Ovation of the Seas. That's the one we're going to Alaska on next June of 2022. Can't wait. So excited. Come with us. Ovation of the Seas, 100% capacity is 4,100 guests, built in 2016. Home port out of Seattle will go to Alaska, Juneau, and Skagway. First cruise will be August 13th, 2021. And then we have Symphony of the Seas, 100% capacity is 5,400, built in 2018, home port out of Miami. Itinerary is 7-night Eastern and Western Caribbean. First cruise will be August 14th, 2021. Then we have the Independence of the Seas, 100% capacity is 3,600 guests, built in 2008, will home port out of Galveston. Itinerary will be a 7-night Western Caribbean. First cruise will be August 15th, 2021. Man, oh man. Then we have Harmony of the Seas. 100% capacity will be 5,400 guests, built in 2016. Home port will be Barcelona, Spain, and Cevece, I'm going to say that wrong, Cevece, Italy. That's anywhere close. I'm doing good. Okay. And then itinerary is 7-night Western Mediterranean cruises beginning on August 15th of 2021. How exciting is that? And then last but not least, we have the Mariner of the Seas. 100% capacity is 3,100 guests, built in 2003. Home port will be Port Canaveral. She will sail 3- and 4-night Bahamas cruises and Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And then her first cruise will be August 23rd of 2021. So very exciting news, you guys. We finally have some concrete information on when Royal is going to be sailing, what dates, what ships. Oh my goodness. Who's excited? Put the comments. Who's excited? Raise your hand. Let me know who is excited about all of this fantastic information that we have today. All right. So next we move over to Norwegian. Norwegian Cruise Line resumption breakdown ship by ship. Now this was published yesterday, so June 5th. So if anything's changed since yesterday, I apologize. This is the latest information I have. And I know some people were asking me about Norwegian's restart and some of her ships, and I do have that information in here, so very exciting. Okay, so Norwegian Cruise Line is quickly restarting operations, having recently confirmed sailing plans for 8 ships in its fleet. So meanwhile, other ships will come back in a staggered manner throughout the rest of 2021 and early 2022, according to published deployment and its own line's website. Okay. So first up, we have, I just want to make sure we're still good here. Okay. First up, we have Norwegian Bliss. Okay, capacity 100% is 4,200 guests. Date of restart is August 7th, 2021, out of Seattle for 7-night itinerary to Alaska, Icy Strait Point, Skagway, Juneau, and Ketchikan. So there's the Bliss is going to start on August the 7th for Alaska. Next up, we have Norwegian Breakaway. 100% capacity would be 4,000 guests. Restart date October 24th, 2021, out of New York City. She's gonna do 7-night sailings, Royal Naval Dockyard with 2 overnights. I'm not sure what that means. Royal Naval Dockyard. Okay, with 2 overnights. Very interesting. Okay, then we have Norwegian Dawn. 100% capacity is 2,200 guests. Restart date October 3rd, 2021, out of Venice for 7 nights. And it's going to a bunch of places I cannot pronounce. Kotor, Kofru, Santorini, Mykonos, Argostali, and Dubrovnik. So I probably messed that all up. But anyway, we have Norwegian Encore. 100% capacity is 4,200 guests. Restart date November 14th, 2021, out of Miami for 7-night sailings to Great Stirrup Cay, St. Thomas, Tortola, and Puerto Plata. That's a nice itinerary. Different. Okay, then we have Norwegian Epic. Capacity 100% is 4,200 guests. Date is September 5th of 2021, out of Barcelona, 7 nights to Naples, and then I'm going to say Ceviche, Livorno, Cannes, and Palma de Mallorca. Something like that. Okay. And then we have Norwegian Escape. 100% capacity is 4,200 guests. Starting on November 20th, 2021, out of Port Canaveral, 7 nights, going to Puerto Plata, St. Thomas, Tortola, and Great Stirrup Cay. Awesome. That sounds like an amazing itinerary. Okay, then we have Norwegian Gem. Capacity 100% is 2,400 guests. Starting on November 21st, 2021, out of New York City, 7 nights, going to Charleston, Port Canaveral. I don't know why that says Porto Canaveral, but anyway, Port Canaveral and Great Stirrup Cay. I think that's a typo, but anyway. Okay, and then we have Norwegian Getaway. 100% capacity is 4,000 guests. Starting on September 2nd, 2021, out of Ceviche, 11 nights, Kotor, Dubrovnik, Corfu, Santorini, Mykonos, Naples, Prius, and Livorno. Something like that. And they're not getting any easier. Okay, Norwegian Jade. Capacity at 100%, 2,400 guests, starting on July 25th, 2021. Home port is Piraeus, 7 nights. Herculean, Rhodes, Mykonos, Catacoulin, Corfu, and Santorini. Then we have Norwegian Jewel. Capacity 100% is 2,400 guests, starting on January 20th of 2022. Home port will be Panama City, and 10 nights going to Porto Limon, Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire, and Cartagena. All right. Next up, we have Norwegian Joy. Capacity 100% is 4,200 guests, starting on October 19th of 2021. Home port out of Miami, doing 11-night sailings to Curacao, Aruba, Bonaire, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, St. Thomas, and Puerto Plata. Very exciting. That sounds amazing, you guys. You guys will have to tell me in the comments which one of these sailings that you like. Which one are you going to go on immediately? Which one are you going to put on your bucket list? Let me know in the comments. We have the Norwegian Pearl. 100% capacity is 2,400 guests, starting on December 23rd of 2021 out of Miami for 11 nights, going to Cartagena, Panama Canal, Cologne, Puerto Limon, Roatan, Harvest Caye, and Costa Maya. That sounds amazing too. Okay, and then here's the Norwegian Sky. I had someone asking me about Norwegian Sky. Capacity 100% is 2,000 guests, starting on September 5th of 2021 out of Miami, 7 nights, Puerto Plata, St. Thomas, Tortola, and Great Stirrup Cay. That sounds excellent. And then we have Norwegian Spirit. Capacity 100% is 2,000 guests, restarting on February 9th of 2022 out of Sydney and Auckland. 12 nights, going to Eden, Burnie, Timaru. I'm going to say that wrong. Timaru, Ledley, Marlborough, Wellington, I don't know. Gisborne and Trinidad. I'm sure that's all wrong. Okay, then the Norwegian Star, capacity 100%, is 2,200 guests, starting on October 3rd, 2021, out of Southampton, 11 nights. Again, I don't know. Le Havre, Zeebrugge, Amsterdam, Newcastle, South Queensferry, Invergordon, Kirkwall, Belfast, and Dublin. Amazing. Then we have Norwegian Sun. Capacity 100% is 2,002 guests. Restart date is January 28th of 2022 out of Hong Kong for 5 nights. Itinerary is Naha. Excellent. And then we have, last but not least, the Pride of America. 100% capacity is 2,000 guests. Date will be November 6th of 2021 out of Honolulu for 7 nights, going to Maui, Hilo, Kailua, Kona, and Kauai. Oh my goodness. That would be amazing. So amazing. And then the last story that I wanted to go over with you guys is, whenever the Mardi Gras came in there, they did an interview with Christine Duffy from Carnival, on Good Morning America or GMA. So very, very interesting stuff, guys, that she revealed in this interview. So I'm just going to read you a little bit about what she said in this interview and how it pertains to vaccines, because we hadn't really heard a lot from Carnival on the vaccine situation. And I think that's because, as you can see here in a minute, they're still talking to the CDC, still working out the details. But anyway, so she was interviewed on GMA, and when asked about the vaccine requirements, this is how she responded. She said, "We continue to work with the CDC on their options on how to restart cruising. And while there is a path for unvaccinated cruises, we really don't think that the protocols will work to allow us to deliver the guest experience that we want to be able to do. So I think for right now, it does look like people will have to be vaccinated. But again, the great news is that 50% of our country's adults have been vaccinated. And it says, we've seen such progress made in short order, so we are still hopeful that we will be able to further evolve and see these guidelines that will allow, especially for our families sailing with children under 12 who are not yet eligible to receive the vaccine. So GMA asked, so walk us through what happens with those families with kids under 12 right now. Will those kids, not be allowed on board? And Christine said, we are still working through that with the CDC, even though we don't have any definitive answers that we can share with you today. We are optimistic that we will be able to eventually be able to welcome our families with kids on board. So GMA asked, now how will the passengers prove that they've been vaccinated? And Christine replied, we are working on some technology that will allow the passenger to upload their proof of vaccination ahead of time, or they can just do it the old-fashioned way and just bring your vaccination card to the port when you board. So very, very interesting information there from Christine Duffy. This has been really the first time that she's really discussed the vaccine issue in any length. So that was very, very interesting to me, and kind of a turnaround, I'd say, because up until now, we've kind of got the feeling that Carnival was going to do the unvaccinated cruises. But evidently, in working with the CDC, it's now became apparent that that's really not going to work. So it's not going to allow them to, have the type of guest experience that they want to have. So there you have it, folks. That's the latest on the cruise news. I'll keep you informed on whatever's going on, good, bad, or otherwise. But I just appreciate you guys watching. I thank you so much. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that red subscribe button below. It's free. Hit the big thumbs up. That's also free. And then, click the bell so you'll know anytime I go live or post a new video like I did today. So I think that's all I had for today, guys. Like I say, if you want to have more information about my group cruise to Alaska next June of 2022, just go to my website, awesomesunsets.com, click on Contact Us button, and it'll shoot me over an email, and then I can get you that information. Cabins are going quick. I do have balconies, but they are going very, very fast. So if you are interested, please get a hold of me right away on that. But other than that, I think that's all I had. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a blessed and magical day, and I will see you on the beaches of the world. Thanks, guys. Thank you.